Flosstube friends, welcome to my channel, Crafty Cat Stitcher. I'm Kathy, and this is video number 96 for my channel, which is probably about how hot it is outside today. So our weather has been a lot of 90s, and I think it's making up for last summer when we did not have 90s all that often. I don't think, but this summer it's just June and it's hot, but the blueberries are growing really well. I've got two little scrawny blueberry bushes. You would not believe how many blueberries we picked off of those things this year. So they're actually liking this weather. So blueberry muffins, blueberries on cereal, things like that. So today is Sunday, June 30th, 2024. And it is the actual Flosstube anniversary for my channel, 7 years. And so on June 30th, 2017 is when I made my first video. And I am just thrilled that I have this many subscribers and returning viewers, returning commenters, and I appreciate that. If you are new here, I hope you find something you like. And what I'm going to do today is have kind of a reintroduction, because I haven't done one in a while. And some of you might be new, and I'll do it quick. It's not going to be a long intro, but like I said, my name is Kathy, and I live north of Atlanta, Georgia. I'm married. My husband, Mark, and I have been married for almost 43 years. It will be 43 in August. Let's see, we have one son. He's married, and his name is Matt. Matt is married to Stephanie, and they live in North Carolina, which is great because it's a pretty easy drive for us to go and visit them. Let's see, we have two cats, Rigby and Casper. And, we've had cats throughout the years, and these two are relatively young. And they have a lot of energy. I mean, Rigby's 4, Casper's 2.5. Yeah, he's about 2.5. Yeah, that makes sense. Maybe, yeah, I think he is 2.5. And yeah, they're full of energy. They're sometimes like kittens, so they're a lot of fun. I have been stitching since the early 80s. I started, of course, with stamped cross stitch. And you gotta understand the 80s were a totally different time for cross stitch, especially the early 80s. Lots of stamped kits. And then actual counted cross stitch came in. By the end of the 80s, there was a lot more. Oh, there was a lot more than, in one decade, it was like a total difference of what you could get, what different kinds of fabrics and floss and things like that. Charts, especially charts. I'm going to say especially charts. Let's see. I consider myself a slow stitcher. I used to call myself the slowest stitcher in the world. I don't think I am. But I'm slow. I mean, I'm not, and speeding up stitching and making it go fast is not fun for me at all. It's not like there are a lot of people that love it. It's like, I'm gonna see how many things I can get done. And it's like, for me, it's more of the act of stitching that I enjoy the best. So I'm perfectly content being a quote-unquote slow stitcher. I stitch mostly on even weave and sometimes on linen. Those are just my preferences. I have stitched on Ada many projects, but currently it's like my sweet spot is 32 count even weave. It's perfect. It's just perfect for my eyes and my environment, my lighting, everything. So I like to use all kinds of floss. I am more of a cotton floss user. DMC is my favorite. Let's see, I stitch all kinds of things. I am all over the place with stitching. I just don't have one kind of thing that I like to stitch. And I know, a lot of people do. Yay. That's what we're supposed to do in the cross stitch world. We're supposed to find things that we like and do it. And let's see, I am a stitch what I want when I want person. That's just how my brain works. I am not in any of the kind of stitching challenge things. I love hearing about what people are doing with it. Like when I watch Dina half stitch, cross stitch, I love seeing what she's working on, what kind of challenge she's fulfilling. So that's one example. But like I said, my brain doesn't work that way. My brain is more like, what do I want to stitch today? And then I might stick with it for a day or 2 or 3 or 4, or if I go crazy, maybe 5, And then I go and pick out something else. I try to rotate it. I've got about 20 projects going on right now, which, even when I started this channel, there's no way I would have said I would ever have 20 projects going, but I do. So that's about how many I want to have going at once. Although, I could change that at any time. So, I like finishing. You will see some finishes on my channel because I actually like doing the finishing and framing and things like that. So, I think that's it for me. If you have any questions, let me know. I hope that you enjoy what you see today. I'm going to start with whips because I have been stitching. Oh, I do want to show you one thing. Early 80s. Remember I said that it was mostly stamped? Well, I bought this book and it was called like 200 designs for cross stitch and needlepoint. Mostly it was like mostly borders. And so I thought, man, this book really fascinated me because back then in like 1981, you didn't see anything like that. So what I did was I decided I was going to make my mom a cross stitch piece that I was going to design using the designs in that book. And everything, it was all in black and white, and nothing was named. It was just like, here's some borders, And what I did was I designed my own, which was pretty ambitious when I look back on it. I designed my own, and it came out to be kind of like a band sampler. And what I wanted to do was to portray the 4 seasons and sampler form. So there's my this is the first thing I ever actually did counted cross stitch. So I did it, I chose colors that I thought were pretty, and it's all DMC. I know that for a fact. Picked out one of the little skinny borders for a round, and I did a spring, and I said that was summer, fall, and winter. And I actually got a little, I got my little sampler alphabet on there, and there it is. Now there's a funny story behind this. While this was being stitched, some tea got spilled on it, and we didn't know what to do. So it was actually, I think my husband took it to a dry cleaner. I know this is funny now. It's funny now, okay? And the dry cleaner said, well, what is this? And Mark's like, well, I don't know. It's just something she's cross stitching. He goes, we got to call it something for the receipt. So they called it a flag. Flag. Now, and then, fast forward, 43 years or whatever, 42 years. And if I had spilled tea on it, I would have just said, fine. And I would have made some more tea and tea-dyed the whole thing. So basically, this was an early tea-dyed project. So, because it did not all come out. You can't really see the stain. Yeah, I kind of can. I kind of can if I look really close. You're not going to be able to see it, but maybe you will, but I can't. But anyway, funny story. This hung in my mom's house, and now it is in mine. So I keep it back here in the craft room. So my first cross stitch. And and I don't usually date and put my initials on things. That one I really wish I did because it's kind of special, right? So, whips. Let's get into what I stitched this week or these last few weeks. I'm trying to get this one done, but Forever in Peace by Sweet Wing Studio, which I just love. I think this is beautiful. What am I stitching this on? I'm going to get this back out and look and see what I'm stitching. This is on Luminous Fiber Arts Sparrow 32 count Lugana in the called for colors. And I do have a piece of thread on it, but you know how I am, and I don't iron. And that is not being disrespectful to you. It is just, I like to iron it once when it's done. Personal preference. There it is. I am doing good on this. Look, it's getting there. It's a beautiful chart. The colors are so pretty. All right, it's not even Christmas in July yet, but I decided to work on my dimensions stocking Angel of Divinity. There she is. Look at her. Isn't she pretty? Here, I'll do it like that. This is beautiful. It's my oldest whip. I don't even want to tell you when this is from. It's from a long time ago. It's a kit, and I'm doing it in all the kit things. I'm doing it 18 count Lugana, 18 count Ada, white, and there it is. And I think I showed this to you last time. I think I was stitching it, but I really wanted to get this border done. There's another one up here, and the name goes here. But now what I'm going to do from here on in is I'm just going to keep working down and then get this done. And then I think the last thing I'll do is do that top part and whatever name I decide to put in it. I don't know. But it's beautiful. Close up of her beautiful. I love her halo. And I like it. It's pretty. There's a lot of blended threads in this, and things like do half cross stitch here and things like that. It's all right though. October House Fiber Arts Honey Fair. I always say I need more summery things. I need more summery stitch pieces to put out. And this is definitely very summery. And there it is. I'm not sure, what am I stitching this on? I don't know. It is linen, and it's really pretty. It's very pretty. And it's 32 count, I know that. I was really happy. I got this whole beehive, bee scout, whatever you want to call it. I got that done. That's a huge part of this design. The rest of it is floral flowers, a bee, and some of the little bottom border. So that is Honey Fair. I just love that, and pretty. Again, colors. The colors are everything. Strawberry Fields Forever by Blackbird Designs. You know this one. You've seen many, many, many people stitching it. I'm going to move my thread. It's in a roll frame. You're not going to be able to see the whole thing, but I am going up on this one. I worked some on this border. I worked over here, here. That strawberry just got put on. That. So I got kind of substantial work done on it, and I'll give you a close-up of that. That's pretty. I know I want to frame this one for sure. I'm going to put this one back here because it is in a roll frame. And if I put it up against something, some cat would walk in and knock it over. And last, I'm actually working on this one right now. This is Fresh Pumpkins by That's So Kelly. And I'll show you the whole thing, and I'll show you a close-up of the cuteness of how it was finished. Isn't that cute? So, I am also working this one on a roller frame, but you can see everything. And I'm going to put this bag right there because I want to show you something. But that's where I am. I only have this little piece and then 2 of these right here. And then I'll be done with the stitching. I switched out all of the colors on this. It's just a mixture. A lot of it is Victorian motto that I substituted for the called for colors. This is really cute. It's I'm working this one on, here I go again, right? I don't think I have it written down, but it looks like, you know what this does look like Sparrow, Lugana. I don't know, but it's pretty. But here's the thing, I want to finish it just like this. And I have no reason not to, because Kelly included the little Fresh Pumpkins felt piece. And so what I did last time I went to Joann's, I bought a couple of fabrics that I thought would look good. And I think I picked out the one I want to use. And I think it's going to be this one. And it really does, in person, look pretty good with it. The color-wise, looks really good. So there it is. My alternate fabric is that one. Which one do you like better? You can tell me. Do you like the flowery, the little tiny floral, or do you like it's like a geometric print? I like them both, really. So that is it for stitching for me. I'm going to work on that one till I'm finished. I have so little to do, and the rest of it is so easy. It's very easy. There's really not a whole lot that's complicated with it. As you can tell, I got new glasses. Maybe you can or can't tell. They are definitely darker. The frames are darker. They're great. I mean, I can see stitching so much better. I mean, wow. I like them a lot. I like these glasses a lot. The only problem, I'm having so many issues with getting them adjusted through the earpieces. The first time when I first got them, I put them on and I was like, oh, these are great. They're not going to fall off. Well, no, they weren't going to fall off because they were digging into my head so bad that it gave me a headache. So I wore them for like a day and a half, maybe a little less. And I said no. So I had to wait because that was on a weekend. And then so I took them in and I said, hey, I need these loosened up. And she loosened them and it was better, but it was still not there. So then I had to go back. I went back on, I don't know, a couple days ago. And she goes, I told her, I go, man, these things are digging into my head. Or, what's wrong with this? Are these just not good for me? She goes, no, I'm going to fix them. So she fixed them and she bent out, especially this earpiece right here. And I go, okay, that's so much better because there's like give through here. But now they fall off. What is that? Oh, I looked down and I saw some thread. I got to pick that up before a cat comes in. So I probably am going to have to go again. But I like them. I like them a lot. And they're perfect. They work great. So, anyway, that's my glasses story. Yeah. All right, let's see what we've got here. So those are my whips. That's it. There's a new Flosstuber that I encourage you to go and watch. She's so accomplished for not being a real long-time stitcher. Her name is Jackie, and she's the comfort stitcher. She's so relaxing to listen to, and she is very interesting and stitches the most beautiful things. If you go and watch her first video, she has stitched Consider the Lilies and used her own colors. Oh, it's breathtaking. So go and watch her. I think as of as of right now, I think she has 2 or 3 videos out. Um, and I'm still watching her second one. So, but she's going to be on my must watch list. So that's Comfort Stitcher. Okay, what I want to do today, because next Thursday is 4th of July here in the US, which is Independence Day, which is, I guess, what we should call it. I don't know. And I'm going to show you some things that I have stitched. This is my Patriotic finish parade. Okay, I've stitched these throughout the years. And actually, I think I'm going to start with this. The one I'm going to start with, I think, is my oldest. And it's kind of interesting. It's stitched on what looks to me like some kind of linen. And I know that I don't know the name of this, but it's the Sweetheart Tree. That's the designer. The pattern actually came with these tiny buttons. And you can see how tiny they are. They're right there. And I used, I think it was Weeks Dye Works. And it was variegated red, white, and blue. Now, this has been sitting in my craft room for years. And it faded. The stitching faded. This is proof that stitching will fade. And there's not a lot I could do about it. This is the first time I attempted ruching, and I think I did a really good job on it. I didn't follow any instructions. It was like, this is what I think that should be. Look at it. So that's Sweetheart Tree, and I stitched this probably maybe 10, 12 years ago, and I wasn't very creative with the back. I just used some muslin on the back. And it's filled with crushed walnut shells. But I keep this one out all year in my craft room. Okay, I'm just going to go the way I have these stacked up. This one is a newer one, and this is Plum Street Samplers, Bless Our Land. And I finished that like into a pillow. I was very happy the way this turned out. Some really good coordinating fabric and some lace. And there it is. That's stitched on some even weave and finished with some chenille trim. All right. This little guy is Bluebird Salute and by Luminous Fiber Arts. And there it is. I finished it into a flat fold. There it is. I stitched this on white even weave. And there he is. And I was pretty happy with that finish, with that that little flat fold finish. Hadn't done too many of them, so that was a pretty big accomplishment. All right, Little House Needleworks up next. This one I believe is just called America, I think. And there it is. This is on and looks like a natural linen, and it looks to me like it might be 28, I think. That hangs up in my downstairs office all year round. I think it's beautiful, and I framed it myself. All right, Country Cottage Stitches. And this one's red, white, and bloom. And I stitched this. This is an even weave. It looks like a natural color even weave, like beige. So that those pretty white flowers will show up. And I did this one. This one's like a creative finish. I had these they're like really raw barnwood trays that I had bought from a local woodworker. And I kind of whitewashed it a little bit. And then I did a fabric backing and put some trim around it and a covered button. And that's red, white, and blue. I'll put this one over here too. Oh, there it is. All right. Bent Creek. This one's Quaker Star. And there it is. Look at, isn't it cute? I think I used all the called for. This is a stitch on linen, like a natural color. I don't remember a lot of the things that, I mean, back when I probably stitched this one 10 years ago, say, and I did not keep track of what colors or what kind of linen I stitched it on, but this is just like a natural. And I got this frame and mat from American Frame and framed it up myself. And you know, when I order things, I'm always worried about if the mat's gonna look good, if it's gonna be the color I want, and they've never disappointed me. Last but not least, oh, there is one more that I did not bring up, but that's okay. This one is Salute to Abigail, and this is Blackbird Designs, and it's from the book Sweet Land of Liberty. And this one I stitched on linen. I think it might have been called for, and I just used whatever colors because I think it called for silks. And I even went into a cross-stitch store at the time and asked about that, and they said, hey, if you don't want to stitch it on silks, do your own substitution. And I did, and I think it turned out really good. The frame was just an old frame that my husband resized, and I had some of this blue paint, and we painted it, and it was so bright, and I just took some antiquing wax and put it over it, and oh my goodness, what a difference that made. So I can't believe this is just an old frame. It looks custom. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I'm going to show you my other one. I'll show you in the next video, my other patriotic one. Salute to Abigail stays up all year. And the one I'll show you that other one at another time. Okay. All right. So I also had a couple of FFOs. And unbelievable, right? Let's see which one. I'll show you this one first. This is a little freebie that I showed you in a past video. It is Blue Ribbon Birdie by Blue Ribbon Designs. And it's just a little freebie. And it was so cute. And my challenge was to stitch it and to finish it like it shows. She doesn't give any, I don't think there are any instructions on how to finish it. So I just kind of got my supplies together and guessed. And I think it turned out pretty good. There he is. So it's stitched with the called for colors, and it's on white even weave, or I think off-white. And I finished it in a circle. I just put it on some matte board or comic book. I don't remember if I used comic book board or matte board, but I put felt. I like to use white felt instead of batting because it just gives just a little bit of puffiness and not real puffy. And I just found some fabric in my fabric bin that looked good with it. I used dark red rickrack and pins just like Blue Ribbon's Designs did it, just because I like that finish and I think it's adorable. And this is one that can, this can be a summer design for me to keep out all year, keep out all summer. So that's one finish. Isn't he cute? He's so cute. Okay, my other finish. Yay, this is a good one. So it's Christmas in July. Let me go ahead and straighten this out, make it look all pretty. There's a Christmassy tiny town. I think that's what, is it called Christmas tiny town? Or holiday? I think it's Christmas. There he is. Isn't that cool? So what I did, so my friend Janet, and I want to thank Janet for this idea because I know she's going to watch. And she told me that she had bought this piece at Hobby Lobby. And she said, oh yeah, you get this piece and then you can put all your tiny towns on here. And I thought, oh, what a great idea. So luckily, I mean, it was $6.49. I got it on sale for $6.49. And it's a heavy piece. I don't know what it's made out of. I think it's wood. But anyway, it was, and the last time I went, they still had these. So I got some strong magnets, glued them on, and then this is what the back looks like. It's not fancy or pretty. Front is. Got some fabric. This is comic book board, and I mounted this on foam core with a little bit of felt to give it that little bit of puffiness. I guess you'd call it puffiness. I don't know. But there it is. And then so when I stitch, the next one I want to stitch is the Honey of a Tiny Town. And I'm going to do it the same way. So it's got to be stitched with the same size fabric, so it will fit on there. And there it is. So it's already, look at that. I could just put that out at Christmas. What do you think? I love it. Thank you, Janet. So anyway, yeah, like I said, that is, last time I went to Hobby Lobby, they still had those. I don't know, this was like a good sale price. Oh man, $6.49 for that? Whew, that is really good. Okay, so, when we're talking about Christmas in July, Christmas stitching. I have got so much Christmas stitching that I've done and framed and I put out every year. And I'm almost at the point where I just don't think I need to be doing any more Christmas. Unless I do things and give them away, in which I will, like with ornaments and things. But the only Christmas thing I have going on right now, I think, is that stocking. That's it. So I'm kind of concentrating on stitching other things. And I also, as you can see, I also have a lot of Patriotic. So my plan is to let's adjust my glasses and to just keep going through my projects and I want to finish that one, the pumpkins, and then just go from there, whatever I feel like stitching on. And that'll be what I am going to be doing over the next few weeks. Plus, I think I want to start Honey of a Tiny Town. It's kind of calling to me. I've got all the fibers for it. I've got all the floss. All I have to do now is choose a fabric. And then I can finish it. Like, let me start it and get it done first. Okay. So all of my giveaways have been sent out, and I thank you, the last two, for contacting me, and I hope you're enjoying your giveaway win. And because it's Christmas in July, I've got a two-part. This is going to be one giveaway, and it's the adorable Little House Needleworks Farmhouse Christmas. It's going to be Little Red Barn and Horse and Around, which are numbers 1 and 2, and you get both of them. If you are interested in stitching these, they are so cute. I have stitched both. These are used charts. They are very excellent condition. They're both in bags. If you are interested in stitching this, first of all, don't say giveaway. Be 18 or more. Just don't mention giveaway or drawing or anything like that. What are we going to say for this one? Say barn. Yeah, say barn. Okay, if you want to win these two charts, both of them are going to go to one person. Okay, just say barn. And it would be really nice if you were a subscriber. I would appreciate that very much. Please consider subscribing, even if you don't want to be in this drawing. I just like seeing who's watching. And if you have any comments, I love comments, and I read everyone and I enjoy them. I hope you like this video. I hope you, if you are new, or even if you have watched me forever, that you found something in here that was interesting. It's getting really dark out, and maybe we'll get some rain. I hope that you have enjoyed it and have found something here that can be of use to you, or just some, enjoyment. And I hope that you have a good next few weeks, because I will be back probably in a few weeks. And with the announcement of who won these 2 charts, remember, say barn, like the little barn this little barn. These are fun to stitch. So just, if you want to do that, say barn. I will announce it in my next video. I hope that your weather is okay, that you are enduring this summer, and that you get some stitching time in and enjoy it. And I will see you in a few weeks. Happy stitching. Bye.